What up, Bam Bam? Okay. I'm still figuring it out, but I think that we gonna start having tea time together because I'm really big on the tea time. I think we're gonna have tea time together. And I'm gonna tell you a story. I think that's how I wanna do this. First of all, this is for me. And if it helps you, I love that for us, right? But if it's not for you, it might be for you in the future or it's already been for you. And that's okay. So I want to tell you a story. I have a client, right? Now I have clients because I'm a coach. And then I have patients because I'm a practitioner. They are not the same. I had a client who has beef with God. Now, lately, all of my clients and my patients have beef with God. I'm not saying that they're atheists. I'm saying they remind me of it, right? Their problem really isn't with God. It's with people who claim to know God or represent God, right? These things are not synonymous, but we're not going to go there. So I have a patient who is really dealing with some mental, emotional, and physical problems. But the spiritual life is fire, right? They don't feel like God has done them wrong. They understand that God is with them through the journey. Now, I hope you caught that. Now, the reason I'm giving you this duality of this background story is because I have two autoimmune diseases and an autoimmune response. This is one of the biggest reasons that I became a practitioner. Now, I'm a second generation healer, so I'm not really sure that I wasn't going to be doing it anyway, but I also have had this autoimmune situation my whole life. My mother was a part-time healer and technically is still a part-time healer. If you know, you know. And because we work with people in what I like to call a 5 or 6-fold alignment. And when I say 5, I'm saying mind, body, heart, spirit, soul. And then I'm saying you. And when I say you, I'm talking about the essence of God in you. For me, that's my 6-fold alignment. But because I have clients and patients who don't believe and understand God like I do, I work with my 5-fold alignment. But if I know that you can go that way, we're going to bring it up. Because and this is my opinion, based off the life that I have lived, it may or may not work for you. That's an agreement you have to figure out with yourself. Anything that I talk about, anything that I share, anything that we do together, know that the agreement is between me and myself and God. You can come into this agreement for yourself or you cannot. Everything is a program of your choosing. Now, maybe in another video, we can talk about the difference between choices and decisions, but I'm going to stay focused. I'm telling you this because when I have clients who have problems with God, the way it shows up in their body, it shows up as anxiety. It shows up as chest pain. It shows up as what they believe is OCD, meaning that you need to control everything and things need to be your way or you're not okay. It shows up as depression, meaning that I have no covenant with my joy. I only know happiness. And so if something is not happening, I can't be happy. So I'm sad. And I'm not just sad, I'm depressed. Now, I'm not going to get into the clinical part of that because I want you to focus on the metaphysical, holistic way of understanding things. We have a lot of labels floating around and they mean different things. A person can be very sad because of their circumstances or their situation, or they can be sad because they're not progressing and it's not because of them, but other people. Nothing will make you sadder than you being in a situation that you didn't put yourself in, you didn't create, and you did everything to not be in that situation and it still happened anyway. That happens. And for those clients, they don't blame people, they blame God, right? Understood. You're human and that's natural. Now, me personally, now this is just me. I don't know that I would want to exist And I only believe in myself, because I'm not gonna hold you. I need somebody I can actually be like, hey, this is a lot for me and I need help. If I only believe in me and I'm struggling, well then I'm screwed, ain't I? If I'm the only God I know and I'm a sucky God, well then I got a sucky existence, right? And that's nothing against people who don't believe in anything. That's your business. Understand though that when you have that energy, it's going to show up in your body, because you're taking on the world by yourself. That pain in your shoulders up in here, that neck pain right up in here, that pain right up in here, that pain right up in here, especially all up in here, that's a lack of trust and support in the world. You can look up Louise Hayes and what she has to say about what's physical or somatic feelings that show up in the body, what that means about your spirit. Because she gonna tell you if your back is hurting that you feel like you can't trust nobody. And she gonna tell you all the specifics, and it's gonna be very cut and dry. And it's a book, so you're gonna argue with yourself. You're not gonna argue with her. I am saying this because my patient has real physical limitations in life. They didn't come from a poor lifestyle. That just came from genetics, came from heredity, it came from life, right? When a person has a struggle their whole life, they build a resistance to the pressures around that. I have an autoimmune response. Anything under 60 degrees, I'm going to have a flare up because it's too cold for me. I'm not meant to be an Eskimo at all. No, it's not going to happen for me. Now, I have had a lot of healing on a lot of different levels, and so I can be outside when it's under 60 degrees without pain. But I am going to be in layers, and I'm not going to stay too long, right? I am conditioning myself in ways to be able to withstand different temperatures, because I want to see what my body is going to do, because things are changing for me. I'm getting older. I'm learning a little more, right? Stay with me there. My client, what they're experiencing in their life is new. My patient has always carried this weight with them. And so it has become a crown that they know how to carry well. They know how to do it chest out, head up. That's my patient. My patient knows God and walks with God daily. Don't know what pathway they chose to accept God, and it ain't my business. 9 times out of 10, you know somebody that know God for real. It's really in their character, and it's in their fruit. And I'm going to leave that there. My client, though, let's call my client L. My client L is in the 21 to 25 community. What does that mean? That means that every experience that they're having is going to be new on another level, because you've been maybe grown for a couple years, and depending on their lifestyle, if they had to raise themselves, then they're used to being grown. But if you're new and fresh into adulthood, like just living on your own for the first time, or you have graduated academia and now you're entering into the world, things are different for you, and they're going to hit you different because you lack a covering that you once had. My almost 19-year-old can get the car whenever he needs it to do whatever he needs to do, if it's productive. And he's not going to have nobody else in the car. He's going to put gas in it, because he understands those are mindful and respectful boundaries. We don't have to have that conversation. He understands that because we model mindfulness, right? If you use the car and it's lacking gas, you don't want the next person to be struggling. That's just the intentionality that we're teaching. I'm not going to say that that's common sense, because it depends on your culture and how you were raised, right? Okay. I'm giving you that example because imagine if my client is somebody who no longer has that covering. The car is theirs. The insurance is theirs. The gas is theirs. You don't remember to put gas in your car and you get up in the morning and you got to go further than you expected, or traffic is backed up, or whatever the case is, and you didn't prepare for it. No one is coming to save you because you are an adult. And I think that that is the real message. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to rescue you. No one is coming to heal you. You have to walk with God, and you have to give that to yourself, right? Where we get tripped up is the people who have the ability to heal themselves. It's much easier for them to heal other people. My client needs support, which is why they're my client. And they pay me to emotionally support them while they emotionally support other people. Now, I don't think that's healthy, but that's not my business, right? My business is to help you do for you what you do for other people until you're healthy enough to do that on your own. You'll know that you made it there because you will stop helping people and you will help yourself. It's going to always be easier to deal with somebody else's problems than to deal with your problems. And if you're really blessed and good at what you do, helping other people will also help you. It doesn't always work like that. So I don't want to make people think that that's the reality. Now, sometimes that works for me and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I'm helping you and it's just that I'm helping you. And sometimes by helping you, it's helping me. You can't always expect that duality. Now, my patient who knows God and walks with God, when they encounter struggles that are new, they're gentle with themselves. Now, my patient is also between the ages of 21 and 25. Same age range. They're also on their own as well, experiencing new things. But when you come into the world with what people consider to be struggles or challenges, you learn how to navigate the world from a perspective of resilience. When you have been blessed and privileged, you learn to navigate the world within your resources. What happens when you lose those resources and now must create your own? Now, I don't know where you are in your journey, but I know for me and mine, I am in new, uncharted territory. I am now mothering myself in a way that I never have before. And what I notice is it's drawing other people who are also ready to mother themselves. Now, if you feel like that's you, I want you to stay tuned, because I think, and I say I think, for the next 14 days, because I want to be realistic with my own self and be accountable, I am going to do love letters to self for the next 14 days. And I'm going to encourage you to join me. I am doing a case study, and let's see what happens. Y'all love DMing me, and it do be funny. But I have heard what you said, and you want me to bring some of my programs from behind my paywall and showcase them so that other people can see what I can do. And I hear you. And I respect that. And so I would love to give it a try, because if you know, you know. I'm very much so a cuckoo jumuku type of girl. And so if you have to ask, then you definitely will not know. And that doesn't mean that I gatekeep, but I have healing circles with people that are very similar to small groups in churches, right? Where we do devotion, we do exercises, but I really love to protect those spaces because it's only for people who are really ready to heal and really ready to grow. If you know that you don't collaborate well with others, this might not be for you, because we're being vulnerable in a healthy way. We're not trauma dumping up in here. But we are coming together and doing some exercises and sharing some things, because maybe you're going through something that somebody just, you're entering a place that somebody just left, or where you just left, somebody just entered in. So you may have some wisdom to share. And this is my healing circles. Our healing circles are supposed to be healthy like that. And so I am not really excited about sharing them, but I do know that it is time. It's time because God has been pushing me, and now y'all are in my DMs pushing me. And so that is confirmation number 3. And I want to respect that because as much as it is for me, it's not about me. And so there are other people out here that are really ready to really heal in some different ways. And so I want to just open up the door. If you think you're interested, stay tuned. And let's see what 14 days of love letters look like. And I'm going to be real with you. I work with a lot of people who have been fragmented and fractured and hurt, but they still show up as love in the world. And that might be you. It might not be you. You might be thinking it could be you. Let's see. If you feel like you like the way I'm getting down over here, then I don't know. Hit me up and let me know. And maybe we can plug you into a healing circle, or you can just catch me when I post, because that's okay too. I know that I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but if you about that, you know, that peach white tea, I might be your cup of tea today, because that's what I'm drinking today. I might be your girl today. Now, we don't know, because tomorrow could be some jasmine green tea. I don't know. But I'm being funny, and I'm making light of it because that's my style. But seriously, if you feel like you're looking to go a little deeper into self-awareness, self-love, self-development, I want you to know I'm not going to be your fearless leader, but I would love to join you on the journey that we're all on together. I'm really big on emotional support, but I'm even bigger on you taking ownership and responsibility of the way you show up for yourself. If you can show up for other people with unconditional love, then you can show up for you that way. And I get it. So many of us, myself included, learn to love other people before we learn to love ourselves. So if you feel like this might be you, catch me the next 14 days as we do love letters to self. All right. Thank you, fam bam. It's been fun.